G'day, this is Simon and James at South OC Cars and Coffee. You know, I thought we were going to have a quiet one today. It is a huge turnout and we have got the most eclectic mix of cars, motorcycles, or even beyond. We got a go-kart here as well. Some really cool stuff. What have you seen, James?
Yeah, it's a great mix this morning. We have an FD RX7 in the front row that's like a full drift build. It's a 3-rotor with a massive turbo that showed up just kind of out of the blue. Massive supercar group that came in, and then we do also have 2 Porsche Cayenne Trans-Siberias this morning. One is towing, the other one's a customer car, and then the other one's the actual race car that did compete in the race series. It's just so cool to see this stuff.
It's really, really incredible. And talking about Porsche race cars, Alex, who's brought a lot of really cool cars to the show, rolled up in this beautiful Porsche today, 64 911, and he said this is the actual car that was the first win for Porsche at the 24 Hours of Nürburgring. So we're going to check that out. That may just be car of the week this week because it's really, really cool. Hey, don't forget, if you want to come to South OC Cars and Coffee, please remember our no speeding, no revving, no burnouts rules. Come in as quietly as you can. If you've got a noisy car, please, if you can trailer it in, let us know in advance so we can push the vehicle in, but we just don't want a lot of noise. And then when you leave, including getting onto the freeway, please take it easy because if not, we have to ban vehicles and we really don't like doing that. Let's go for a walk and check it out.
Here we have an 812 Superfast in the front row with one of the most gorgeous interiors that I've ever seen. It's full red on the inside. So pretty. I actually love seeing this thing in white too. Just such a cool spec. I really don't think that anyone can do interiors quite like Ferrari can. You can see through here, everything is red. You have a nice red and carbon steering wheel. This thing is just perfect. Absolutely love it.
Now this is the Porsche I was talking about that belongs to Alex. He's brought some incredible cars to the show. One of those mid-engine Renault rally cars from years gone by, and also a Lamborghini Miura. This particular car, I knew if he owned the car it had to have a special story. Yeah, it sure does. This was the first Porsche to win 24 Hours of Nürburgring back in 1964. The car. And if you could see it up close like I can see it, this thing is absolutely magnificent. It is a true time capsule of an incredible race car. Just amazing, beautiful on every angle. Love the color. It's all the best people drive orange cars. I may be a little bit biased, but what an awesome car. This is certainly a contender for car of the week, given its pedigree.
I was just walking by and this 458 caught my eye. It's a really nice navy blue with a tan interior. Very nicely spec'd. This is one of those color combos that you only see once in a while, but I think that it works very nicely on this 458. Somehow an SF90 managed to sneak in without me noticing. But this one's very nice. I love that it doesn't have that little trident in the middle. I think this is how they all should come, honestly. Just single tone. This thing's very, very nice. I like the red and black interior as well. Super understated, carbon pretty much everywhere. What a cool car.
We have never had probably half the number of motorcycles that we've got here this week. This is absolutely insane. The place is full. There was a whole lot of groups that came through. Some really interesting little mini bikes here today, which is kind of cool. So great to see. Perfect weather for bringing out a bike. So great to see so many along here today. So we've had one of our biggest mornings for motorcycle ever at South OC Cars and Coffee. I think we counted over 450. I was just walking back through the lot, missed this one when I came through earlier. I think I might have come in later. I'm standing with Jose, who's behind me over here, and this is his Agusta. This thing just caught my eye straight away. It's obviously pretty rare. It's damn fine looking motorcycle. Tell us about it, mate.
Yeah, so this here is the MV Agusta Rush, okay? So essentially the Brutale 1000 RR came out, and then we made a spicier model with some aesthetic differences as well as some performance differences, and limited it to only 300 worldwide. So if you look down on the rear wheel cover, there it says 124 of 300.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and then up on the top yoke right here, 124 out of 300.
Oh, that's excellent.
And yeah, that's 300 worldwide. Exact numbers for the US are semi-confidential, but let's just put it between 30 and 40 only in North America.
Wow, that is awesome. This is a beautiful looking machine. Love that back wheel too. I mean, that looks like something you'd see on a Koenigsegg or something like that, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the horsepower of the bike.
Okay, so this bike, as you see it right now, believe it or not, is 100% stock. And
right.
In the kit that comes with the motorcycle, there's a crate that comes with special parts, which part of it is this exhaust. And that exhaust comes with the full-on race ECU that you swap out for the stock ECU. Stock with the stock exhaust says 204. Once you put the race ECU in this exhaust, it claims 208.
That's a lot of horsepower for a lightweight bike like this. This is so cool. Great looking to see. I love seeing things like this at the show that are different. Really appreciate you bringing it out. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you. Thanks for bringing it.
This is definitely one of the coolest displays that we've ever had at the show. We have two Porsche Cayenne S Trans-Siberias in a row. We actually have the customer car right here. There are only ever 200 of these built, and then it is towing an actual race version of the Cayenne S Trans-Siberia. I've never seen one of these before. The owner said this is the only one in the United States. You can see that it is a fully gutted interior. So cool. It was awesome of Kelly to bring these two cars out. This is something that you'll probably never see again.
This cool looking Pro Street monster of a Plymouth belongs to one of my best friends, Pete. He has one of the most eclectic mixes of cars of anyone I've ever met. He's got a 65 Mustang, a GT350H replica. He's got an amazing 65 Pontiac Le Mans. He's got a 930 Porsche Turbo. He's got a 928S Porsche. The list just goes on and on and on. This guy's got some of the coolest stuff, and this is the latest thing he's added to his collection. He just sent me a couple of photos of it through the week. What a great looking car. I'm sure this is a handful, a whole lot of fun.
This is probably the loudest car that I've ever heard in my life. It's an FD RX7. It's a full drift build. Last time I saw this car, I believe it was either like orange or white, but you can see the massive hood dump, and then through here there is a massive single turbo. This thing is completely gutted. It's literally a full race car. You can see the massive fuel system set up in the back here, and then fully gutted interior. This thing is just so cool.
Couple of our sponsors here this morning. Polstar got their P2s. They have a P3 on the way, their new SUV, and of course the P1, which is their hybrid all-carbon coupe, which is a beautiful looking car. Next to them, the guys from Teen Road to Safety. We've got a couple of cars there. You can actually learn to drive in a Tesla, but they've got a whole lot of different things. Mustangs, you name it. Great company to work with. Both of our kids learned to drive with these guys before they were sponsors of Cars and Coffee. We are just so pleased with the job they did. Most of the instructors, if not all, I think are all ex-police, so they really know what they're doing. Now we're talking. Have a look what we have along this road. GTRs. Isn't this great? And then of course GT at the end, 4-door. Very cool. Another regular and one of my favorite cars, previous car of the week winner. Check this thing out. It is so cool. Resto mod. Look at that beautiful Hellcat motor in there, that supercharged Hemi. I wish you could smell this interior. This thing is just absolutely perfect. Every angle you look at, just the way the steering wheel's been stitched, it's still an original steering wheel. The paint is beautiful. The wheels. Go back and check this thing out. 71 Cuda. Absolutely magnificent. Next to it, there is a Cuda as well, but isn't it great to see these two? Obviously different year, but this one stock, and this is what I like the way this guy does his cars. If you look at this, it still looks like it's classic, but it's modernized. Yeah, it's so good to see these two cars side by side. This one with a 440 in it, 6-pack. What a great pair of cars side by side. Absolutely love this. One of the things I love about this show, and I say it every week, is the diversity. I've never seen one of these before. This is a Packard station wagon. It is so unusual, the lines on it. If the owner's watching this video, they're probably going to kill me, but the lines in the fins remind me of the Homer, when Homer Simpson's brother turned out to own a car factory and let Homer design a car. The big fins and everything. This thing is so retro cool. It's just so great to see. I love seeing that. Somebody has looked after this thing. It is classic. I guess it's been painted. Maybe it was that color originally. I kind of doubt it, but who knows? What a great looking car. Great to see this at the show.
So just when the show was almost over, we had this ridiculous modified Lamborghini Gallardo show up. It's built by Street Aero, and it is like fully converted. Basically the only thing that's still a Gallardo is the chassis. You can see gated 6-speed on interior, carbon buckets, and then a single turbo 2JZ. Oh my god, this thing is just ridiculous. Full wide body kit, massive wing on it. This is probably the last thing that I expected to show up today. What a crazy eclectic mix of cars today. That's going to do it for another weekend here at South OC Cars and Coffee. What a phenomenal turnout today. So many cool cars. Hey, remember when you're coming to Cars and Coffee, please remember when you're coming and going, just make sure there's no revving, no speeding, and no burnouts. That does include getting on the freeway as well. We just want to make sure that we keep the neighbors happy so we can keep doing this for years to come. Just want to give a huge shout out to all the sponsors for making this event possible. We have Maguire's, Polstar, Pacific Air Cooled, Next Level Detailing, Team Road to Safety, RPM Tesla Aftermarket Accessories, LKQ Pick Your Part, Bridgestone, Roadster, and Carbontastic. And then I just want to give a huge shout out to all the volunteers for helping us each and every week. We couldn't do it without them.
Absolutely.
Remember, if you want to become a volunteer, hit us up on Instagram at South OC Cars and Coffee Merch. It's where we handle all of our volunteer rostering and all of our merchandise. And then while you're there, check out some of the new designs that we just launched today. We have a whole bunch of new stuff coming, and we did just restock those thicker sweatshirts as well. Remember, if you are a volunteer, you get to bring your car in early before 8:30, and then Ruby Santa does also supply free coffee and donuts for everyone.
Absolutely. Big thank you to Ruby's for doing that and also feeding the masses. We really appreciate that. And a big thank you to Outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here. We couldn't do this without them. So please make sure to support the stores at the outlets. Make sure to say South OC Cars and Coffee sent you. Big thank you, of course, to the Sheriff of San Clemente and also the City of San Clemente as well for their support. That's it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe below. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.
Thank you, guys.